You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Beyond the Gates fans. I think we are seeing the groundwork right now being laid for the reunion of Bill Hamilton and Dani Dupree, but not until we get the big reveal that he realizes his current wife is trying to kill him. And then that's dealt with. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. And let's talk about why Bill might soon be knocking at Dani's door, begging her to toss out her current husband, Andre, and take him back. And if you're not following us, please click that subscribe button. So we've had several recent episodes of Beyond the Gates with major revelations. First is that Bill's little wife, Hayley, is not just a gold digger. She's planning to murder him with the shovel she was using to dig that gold. In that recent conversation between her and Randy, we learned that Hayley is a professional con woman who has taken advantage of many wealthy men with some help from her grifting cousin, Randy. And Bill is just the latest target. I said before that it's been a long con, but this con's been going on way too long. Randy told Hayley just to end it, and now she's planning to end Bill. She tried to kill him with a birthday killer cupcake, but Naomi got a bite of it instead. But this week, Hayley's ready to try again, and she may make a meatloaf or something. I don't know. I think she's going to try and poison Bill one more time. So although he doesn't know it, his marriage has an expiration date. And if it's up to Hayley, you know, Bill also is going to have an expiration date. But I doubt that the BTG writers are going to kill him off. However, I do think he gets a good scare from Hayley. I mean, if we're being real, Big Bad Bill's tiny little wife, Hayley, trying to kill him is kind of karmic. As dirty as Bill did Dani when she was his wife, it's kind of the ultimate payback that it's circled around back on him. Bill fell for the younger, newer model that is now trying to run him over. Clearly, Hayley and Bill's marriage is doomed. I mean, there are some things you can overlook your wife doing, but trying to murder you ain't one of them. Right after we found out Hayley is conning Bill and plotting to off him, we heard some very disturbing things about Dani's new marriage. When Anita and Vernon demanded that Dani and Andre come over for brunch, it was really a polite excuse for a dual interrogation. Vernon and Anita had been expecting Dani to file annulment papers and make that Vegas marriage with Andre go away like it never happened. And that was what Dani and Andre had decided to do when they woke up hungover in Vegas with vague memories of an Anita drag queen doing their vows. And let's be real, the only reason that Dani didn't have annulment papers done immediately was because of Bill. We saw that Dani was totally delighted that Bill was jealous that she had gone and gotten herself a newer and younger model. Bill is so jealous. He's been slinging height insults at Andre, trying to dig up dirt on Dani's hubby, just Bill generally acting the fool. And he's now kissed Dani twice. We knew it was bad news when Bill kissed Dani and she didn't admit it to Andre. And then it got even worse this week when Dani told Anita about her real feelings for her husband, Andre. She does not love that man, not at all. Dani likes him and she loves Andre as a friend, but not as a husband. It's not romantic love. And sure, Dani likes the good sex she's getting, but she basically told her mom that Andre is essentially a roommate that she's fond of and like sharing sheets with. But just between Dani and Andre, it's clear there's no big love story there. And let's be fair, it's not just Dani who's not feeling the love. Andre's not feeling it either. He's still got that thing for basic nurse Ashley, who's currently engaged to Derek, who's pretending he is still totally paralyzed. You can kind of see the writing on the wall from here. Andre's half in love with Ashley for whatever reason, and Dani is still all the way totally in love with Bill. And Hayley only loves Bill's money and would really love to kill him for it. So you can do the math on all this. And by the way, November sweeps begins next week on Thursday, October 30th. So I expect Hayley making another move, trying to kill Bill and getting busted is going to come sometime in November when it'll make a big ratings splash. And once it all comes out and Hayley is exposed, I think Bill's going to go running right to Dani looking for sympathy and comfort. And the sad thing is, I don't think she'll close the door in Bill's face. I mean, Dani put up with so much from Bill Hamilton over the years. She knew he cheated. Dani was well aware of all his running around, but she just loved Big Bill so much that she let it slide and let it slide and let it slide. And even now, it's very clear to me that Dani is still smitten and she would love to still be married to him. And I'm sure when Bill tells her that Hayley married him for the money and was trying to kill him for life insurance money, Dani will probably laugh and say, "Ha, told you so." But I also think that she'll invite Bill in, and I think ultimately will reconcile with him. I definitely feel right now like they're laying the groundwork for Dani to wind up with Bill again. I also suspect they'll enjoy a honeymoon phase, and then, you know what? He'll probably be back to cheating on Dani again because Bill's a horn dog who will probably never learn his lesson. And unfortunately, I'm not sure Dani has learned a lesson either, because if Bill comes knocking with a poor me story about his little wife's big murder plot, I think Dani will let him right back into her house, into her heart, into her bed. Not that Bill was ever out of her heart, because he wasn't, you know. We'll see how it goes, but I also think Andre is going to get the chance to slide back closer to Ashley, who's probably going to blow up at Derek for lying about his recovery. And we know he's worried that Ashley proposed only because he was paralyzed. And I think Derek's 100% right about that. So by the time Andre sees that his new wife, Dani, is about to go back to her old husband, Bill, we could also see Ashley breaking up with Derek because of his lies and deception, and then her taking a second look at Andre. So that means we could see Dani and Andre agreeing to walk away from their marriage. They could probably still get it annulled if they wanted to. And then Dani and Andre would be free to focus on the people that they really love and want to be with no hard feelings between them. Totally amicable split. That's what I'm expecting.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.